This week on Words About Books, it's the Christmas episode. No matter how much Ben doesn't want it to happen. It's our end of the year special, so that means I get to drink. Then, we're going to talk about the coveted Words About Books End of the Year awards, including a few new ones, and of course, our number one picks of the year. Then we have a gift exchange where we give each other horrible books that the other person has to read this year. And finally, we wrap everything up in a neat little bow with an epilogue. Hope you're ready to party, nerds!
Okay, let's see what this is doing. Yeah, this looks a little better. Now it's not just... As much as you would like a recording of you twice.
Yeah, that's right. Words about Nate. Yeah. We both record what Nate says and nothing about what Ben says, and you listen to it twice.
But it's not going to sound good. I'm the bass guitar of this podcast. You might not want me, but you'd notice if I weren't there.
I think on one of the episodes you said that if either of us were more like the other, this would be insufferable. I agree.
People have often commented on, like, our dynamic and how, like, oh, I stuck around for the dynamic between the two co-hosts. And it's like, wow, fuck you.
I didn't care about what they talked about, and they sucked, but that dynamic, goddamn.
No, the dynamic is hands down the worst part for me. Like, I'm glad you think it's fun watching me get interrupted all the goddamn time, but, like, I didn't agree to that. That's not a thing we planned to do. This is just one man trying to speak and another man constantly interrupting him. Anyway, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. It was a Christmas episode, which means also I get to drink on air, right?
I have a generous mug of chamomile tea.
Yeah, I figured you would, you fucking square. Oh god, I hit the table. I, on the other hand, decided to make a martini, because I'm a man. I also have alcoholic eggnog, and some other stuff just laying around.
How drunk are you planning to get on this episode?
I don't know. How long are we planning on recording? Fuck yeah, Ben. Let's start with the very prestigious, very important award show for 2022. Every year, we go ahead and we do the number one book that we read this year. The criteria is just that we had to read it for the podcast, and at least one of us had to read it this year. I picked Murder of Roger Ackroyd and The Rack for 2020 and 2021, respectively. Ben did Dune, and then Dune Messiah like a dick. We also picked two runners-up. They're both co-second place. And this year, we're going to do a couple other ones in there. Are you ready, Ben?
No, but we're going anyway.
Do you have the list of all the books, Ben?
Maybe...
I sent them to you for a reason.
Where did you send that?
So typical. I've got to be both the alcoholic one and the responsible one. It's never what you want, Ben.
You have to be both the alcoholic and the driver of this podcast.
Yes.
That's the dynamic that people crave. Okay. Oh, okay.
All right, Ben. So I'll go first to buy you some time to figure it out. We're going to start with the 5 extra awards that we added just this year.
Oh.
So, Ben,
exciting.
What is your worst in show? My worst in show, as in the worst book that we read for the podcast, and probably my entire life, is Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. We talked about Armada after that as a bonus episode because I didn't want to talk about that asshole again without money involved.
It's true. I tried very hard to get him to release that on the main thing because I wanted people to hear it. And he was like, absolutely not. I will not do it for free.
Goddamn right.
I like how you included in your trailer, like, a recording from me begging you to, like, to put it on the main feed because it was only fair to Ernest Cline to talk about the one I didn't hate, and you're like, I don't want to be fair to Ernest Cline.
Yeah,
Screw
I don't.
Ernest Cline. But yes, I also agree Ready Player 2 is the worst. That is also my worst. He didn't even try. I mean, everybody else on the list at least tried. You could make an argument that Memories of My Melancholy Horrors maybe should have tried a little less, but that guy's a Nobel Prize winner and he's up against Ernest Cline for the worst. It's gotta be Ernest Cline.
So, now we're gonna go to the biggest letdown. So something you thought was going to be good, but turned out to, suck, not be so good. Guess it doesn't have to be outright fucking terrible, but not as good as you expected, Ben.
Oh, I have one for that.
All right. What have you got?
What do you think I'm gonna guess? I'm curious.
Is it The Burning God?
No.
Oh, that is my
is
pick, The Burning God by R.F. Kuang.
Hands down, House of Leaves. For me. The Burning God, I had my suspicions that the landing could be bad. I think you can even hear that in my voice in the Dragon Republic recordings. Because I'm like, wow, this is really good. It needs to turn a pretty sharp corner here soon, and I don't know that it will, but I also didn't dislike The Burning God as much as you did. But House of Leaves, people talk that thing up way, way too much.
Austin McConnell.
I don't care about that guy. People, speaking of things talked up way, way too much. Mediocre man does a mediocre thing.
I went with The Burning God because I actually put the Dragon Republic and the Poppy War as runner-ups the last 2 years, and I was like, all right, Burning God seems like she grew a lot from Poppy War to Dragon Republic. It's going to be great. And it wasn't. It wasn't at all. It was a lot worse.
It was a lot worse, but it was no House of Leaves.
That's fair. House of Leaves was another not great one. This eggnog is delicious, by the way.
Oh, good.
It's got whiskey in there, too. Oh, my God.
Okay, next category.
Best discussion. So the book itself is kind of out of the equation here. It's the discussion we had about the book on the podcast and which one you enjoyed the most. And that's a
tough one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, not to toot our horn or anything, but, we're pretty great because of our dynamic, Ben.
Ooh. There's a couple of good ones. I'm not sure. I would be really interested if there's any, die-hard words about books listeners out there. I'd be interested to know what they think it was. Oh, this is a toss-up between, 3 of them.
Oh my God. What 3 are you thinking? I made my decision in advance because,
Tell me
alcohol.
your decision. Maybe you can sway me.
Yeah, it was a toss-up between a few of them. House of Leaves, for example, despite how bad that book was, that was a real fun episode.
That was one of mine. That's one of the ones I was tossing.
Yeah, I ended up going with Dracula, though.
Really?
Yeah. Was that even on your list?
No.
Oh my God. I like talking about manly Victorian men giving blood transfusions to women, and then in part 3 you basically had to cut 20 minutes of our conversation because it just goes so far off the rails we don't even know the conclusion, and you had to go back in editing to make it make sense. It was great. I fucking love that.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
I actually liked Dracula more because I was listening to those, so it probably could have been a 2-parter, but god damn it, I'm glad we did a 3-parter.
Yeah, I think that was worth it. People seem to like that one. Oh, it was a toss-up for me between House of Leaves, Ready Player 2, and the Dresden Files.
I was thinking of the Dresden Files as well.
I think I have to give this one again to Ready Player 2. There's something I have to say. I have struggled on the podcast with being more positive. I don't just want to criticize the books. And there was something so freeing about hating that book so much that I was like, Ernest, I'm picturing you right on the other side of this monitor as I'm talking, and I don't care. I hope you hear every word, because this was such phoned in garbage that you got paid way too much to write, and you know what you did.
Yeah, he knows. There's no way he can't know.
Yeah,
he knows
there's something
that's what...
so freeing about that conversation. Almost wanted to pick Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants just because I think that would be the audience's choice. I genuinely didn't like talking about it that much.
My wife loved that episode.
A lot of people told me.
So much at that.
A lot of people told me.
High comedy.
Yeah. No, we got a lot of feedback on that one, and people really liked it. I'm glad they liked it. Because I was just like, I was so ready to be done with that. Like, I did not even want to talk about it. And my mom called me, and she was like, "Oh my God, I laughed so hard when you were like, come on, we got 4 of these to get through. Let's go." I was like, yeah, that was a real funny joke, but also
it was real life.
I will not do 2 parts of this. I see the clock, and I'm not doing it. But yeah, I think I got to go with Ready Player 2.
Awful. Just awful. And it was so great that we got to share that pain with other people.
You can really unleash. Like, I don't know if people realize, I'm sure they do, because obviously they acknowledge that we have spicy book opinions, but
spicy book opinions.
a lot of book podcasts are more promotional. They want to say good things about the books. They want to get the authors more readers. And I think you should read all the books we cover. I think it's a lot more enjoyable. I'm not upset that I read Ready Player 2. I think you can learn just as much from a book you don't like as a book you do like.
The lesson is try a little bit.
Okay,
try even a small amount.
Even
if
the
you ever
Sisterhood
catch
of
yourself
the
thinking,
Pants.
Maybe I'm just gonna phone this in and not care because I got a huge amount of money, maybe try anyway.
Even Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, though. That book was not objectively bad, but I did not like it. But because it's not objectively bad, I want to be fair to the writer, but you gotta pull back a little bit. And with Ready Player 2, we just did not feel restrained at all.
Ben, unleash. Ready Player 2.
Next category.
Pleasant surprise. We're getting into the good stuff. So this is a book you didn't expect to like, but you ended up liking it. Or it was better than expected.
Okay. You go first.
Children of Dune.
Yeah, that's an easy one for you.
Yeah, it is. I did not expect to like Children of Dune anywhere near as much as I did. I did not care for the first book at all. I thought it went on forever. I'm still reading it because Frank Herbert just keeps writing it from the grave. And then Dune Messiah, I was like, okay, step in the right direction. Shorter, therefore better, obviously. And you know, it's something different. And then I saw Children of Dune was back to like 500 pages or 600 pages, and I groaned, Ben. I didn't think I'd be able to survive it. But I thought, actually really good book. Fun discussion. I would even put that as in best discussion category contention. Thought it was pretty good overall. So
Yep.
Solid pick. I know you're not going to put him as your number one this time, but if you did, I wouldn't hate you for it, like I did the last 2 years.
Around book 3, the Stockholm Syndrome really starts to kick in.
We'll see what I think of. I wanted to say the Burning God, but no, it's the God Emperor.
So, I have a book in mind. I'm thinking of Thrawn Alliances. That, if you're asking me genuinely, the one I was most surprised by that I would not have read otherwise, it is that one. It would either be that or probably The Last Command by proxy, because I never in a million years expected to care as much about Thrawn as I do. But
well, in that case, I'm putting in The Last Command by
you
proxy,
can
Ben.
You can put in The Last Command. But just know, in reality, it is because The Last Command led me to Thrawn Alliances.
That's fair.
Never gave a shit about Thrawn, even when I read the EU books. And now I see, because on Instagram we got into the Thrawn Instagram
rom-com or something.
Yeah, we got deep into Thrawn Instagram, and I was like, I see stuff now. It comes up in my feed. The algorithm is like, oh, this guy likes Thrawn, and they keep showing me all this Thrawn tent, if you will. And
that's good. I hope someone's already done that. Otherwise,
some of it is
Disney,
like
pay us money.
Incorrect. Like if you, I have gotten like gatekeepy about Thrawn.
Oh my god!
I'm like, if you don't know how to pronounce,
you're now that guy.
If you don't know how to pronounce Sebaioth, I don't even want to talk to you about Thrawn. Like, who are you coming to me? You don't even know the lore, sir. The lore. No. Honestly, like...
You fucking pleb.
I used to churn through those Star Wars EU books. They used to just be like quick reads for me that I would read like comic books almost. And they haven't been good in a very long time. But Thrawn Alliances reminded me why I liked them. And I never thought that was
all it took was a weird buddy cop flick with Darth Vader and Thrawn to change your mind.
Buddy cop with Darth Vader all day. Every character should have a Darth Vader team up where they fight crime. How is Disney fucking this up?
Really awesome.
Yeah, it's right there, guys. You don't need to make quirky Han Solo movies.
Disney, pay us money. We're here. We can spin out all kinds of money-making gold ideas.
What's the next thing?
Favorite book to make the other person read. You know what my answer is.
Yeah, I know what your answer is. What was your answer? Just get it out of the way.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. By far. Money well spent from everyone on Patreon. Thank you so much. Let's keep getting Ben every single time. It's going to be great.
You know, I didn't know this would be my pick for this category when I picked it, but it turned out to be The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was gold. A lot of people messaged me. I was like, Nate's kind of hard on this one.
Yeah, because it's bad. I'll be less hard on it when it starts being, like, good.
But yeah, The Haunting of Hill House. And it even got me, on a positive note, it got you to watch that show I'd been trying to get you to watch for years.
The show is like, way better than the god-awful book from which it was adapted.
Yeah, that one had a lot of good outcomes for me.
All right, Ben. We're now going to pick our two runner-up to the #1 book of the year.
Okay, I think I've got my two.
Okay. Do you want me to start, or do you want you to start?
Should I name both of mine?
How about you name one of yours, I'll name one of mine.
My first runner-up is going to be the Ghost Hunters Adventure Club and The Train to Nowhere.
And I am going to put Children of Dune by Frank Herbert in here. I thought that he deserved runner-up. Solid pick, Frank. Your writing has gotten so much better. I can't wait to see what you do next. I'm sure it's going to be great. 10 out of 10.
Well, that took the wind out of my sails because my second runner-up is Children of Dune.
Oh my god, Children of Dune.
Firmly second place.
Firmly second place. Oh, I'm kind of curious.
It's gonna surprise people what my pick is. You'll just have to wait.
All right. I picked Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey.
I also picked Leviathan Wakes.
Oh my god. That's your number one?
That's my number one.
Oh my god. Yeah, we probably came off harder on it.
Yeah, definitely we did. That's why I was like, nobody's going to think I'm going to pick this.
No, I did not. I did not think that.
I don't know if I'm going to like the whole series. I have that big caveat of this is an unusual sci-fi book for me, and that I'm sure there are, but I don't know if as many people have had success writing this kind of hard science fiction in our current generation. This is kind of reminiscent of like Asimov for me. And they're kind of doing for sci-fi what maybe George R. R. Martin did for fantasy before everybody hated him. They reinvigorated that, sci-fi should look forward. Sci-fi should inspire you to work with technologies to make the things inside of the sci-fi book exist. I really, really liked their world building. I really liked the science. I liked the plot. I just really don't like James Holden.
Yeah, no. I liked Holden more than you did, that's for sure. And I don't know how I'm going to feel if, because it's a 7-book series, I don't know how I'm going to feel like 5 books in with James Holden. But I really enjoyed the world building. I really enjoyed the plot. I had some criticisms for it. Like, I feel like it peaked at a certain point and then the story still continued. But I felt like there was enough for enough happening. There's always new stuff being introduced to build upon the old stuff. There's always stuff that was fleshing out the world. And I'm really interested in seeing... that eggnog is fucking me up. I'm really interested in seeing where it goes next. And in fact, it's the first book we're reading together next year, Caliban's War, the sequel to Leviathan Wakes. So I can get behind that as the number one pick.
Yeah. It might not be the book I personally enjoyed reading the most, but I think it may well be the best.
All right, Ben. You know what my number one pick is?
Was that not your number one pick?
No. Leviathan Wakes was a runner-up to me.
Oh, Leviathan Wakes is my number one.
Yeah. So we picked the same 3 books, actually, but I put Ghost Hunters Adventure Club as my number one.
We did model a lot of our business off Cecil H. Mills, the fictional
Dr.
Game Grumps
Cecil,
character.
Hey, he's real in my heart, damn it. Okay?
The spirit of Dr. Cecil should be kept year-round, not just at the Ghost Hunters Adventure Club release date.
He's this podcast's spirit animal, all right? And Dr. Cecil, really big fan of all of your work, not just the Ghost Hunters Adventure Club books. And expect to receive a picture of us posing with a trophy whenever we get around to buying it. You don't get to have the trophy, but, you get a picture of us hanging out with it and also a nameplate with your name on it. So, congratulations.
So, what is your rationale behind Ghost Hunters Adventure Club?
It was my favorite book, hands down, this whole year. It was hilarious, Ben.
It is very much.
I was left. It was. It was. And I was left wanting more, so I'm going to be very upset if Dr. Cecil is permanently dead and doesn't write himself back into existence to write a third novel. Or possibly 2 sets of novels. If you don't understand what we're talking about, go listen to our episode.
We need a Cecil H.H. Mills, Mark Danielewski collaboration on a House of Leave-esque Cerberus from on high. I'd read it. I'd solve all the mysteries.
I would also read that. Please do that. Please do that, Dr. Cecil H.H. Mills. You're real to me, damn it. All right. So there you go. Those are our picks. Number 1 for Ben was Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey, and number 1 for me, Ghost Hunters Adventure Club and The Train to Nowhere by Dr. Cecil H.H. Mills. So Dr. Cecil, he was runner-up last year, so he's on there twice. Frank Herbert's on there 4 times.
Hell yeah.
But only really number 1
showing our
twice,
bias.
Ben. So that's right.
I don't know if he's going to capture number 1 too many more times.
Or even runner-up. Who?
I think that's more up to his competitors than him at this point. We'll see. So you couldn't have gotten this much alcohol for this little content. What else do we have?
Oh my god, that is untrue, first of all. And second of all, I'm like, this is my second glass of eggnog, but 3rd glass overall, Ben. That martini was delicious. All right. So, Ben, we're going to do a gift exchange of books that we're going to read for the podcast next year. I'm going to give you one, and you're going to give me one. And we're only required to read the book that was given to us. So I don't have to read the book I'm giving you.
So you're going to use this as an opportunity to make me read something I don't want to read?
Probably, yeah. I mean, definitely, yeah. Most assuredly, yes.
Oh, this is a toughie.
Yeah. While you think about that, Ben, I'm getting my Amazon Kindle delivery ready. We'll email redemption links directly to your recipients. Fuck yeah, that's exactly what I want.
I'm going to get you 2 things.
Oh my god.
One of them is going to be a comic book.
Okay. I'll allow it. That sounds fair.
So I'm sending you the first thing.
Furiously refreshing my email.
I sent the first thing.
I knew it was going to be this. Spy X Family. Is that how you say it?
No, Spy Family.
Spy Time. Oh, what's the X, Ben?
It's Japan.
I don't understand.
In Japanese, there can sometimes be a punctuation of like a little circle between 2 words to separate them because Japanese doesn't use spaces. And sometimes they make that an X to be playful.
Oh.
And,
okay.
Yeah, the X is always silent in all of the like Hunter X Hunter. It's Hunter Hunter.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was Hunter X Hunter.
No, the X is always silent.
You sent me Spy X Family Volume 1.
I sent you Spy Family.
All right, so explain yourself. What is this, and why do you want me to read it?
Okay, I've been trying to get you to read this forever.
Yeah.
And I would like you to watch the anime adaptation. It's actually pretty good. But since I cannot get you to do that, I will twist your arm and make it a part of the podcast that you are contractually obligated to do.
Yep.
I think you will like it because I think Spy Family is one of the few manga that transcends manga. I think this is capable of being enjoyed by people who don't otherwise
it's capable of not being lame and neckbeardy, am I right?
It's not at all. And that's the thing I was going to say is, especially as the father of a
you
girl.
Fucking manga fans.
It is about a family.
Oh, man, I already have one of those.
But this one is going to make your family feel inadequate by comparison.
I don't know.
No, probably not.
Awesome.
Probably not that far. Yeah. But I think you'll like it. As a father, I think you'll like it. It's cute. It's funny. Like, it's genuinely funny. It's one of the few manga that has ever actually made me laugh.
Oh, my God. All right. Okay. I'll read this because I'm contractually obligated to.
Yes. The people on my other podcast will be very happy I did this. Now, if you're are you really gonna cross me like this? You really gonna make me do something I don't want to do?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, what are you doing?
If you're gonna make me, I'll pick a book you're not gonna like.
What else is new, Ben? Dune Messiah, fucking all of H.P. Lovecraft, more H.P. Lovecraft on top of that.
Are you gonna pick one I'm not gonna like? Are you gonna do this to me?
I don't. Who knows, Ben? Maybe you will like it. Maybe you just need to not judge the book by its cover, right? Maybe it will turn out to be that surprise book that you always wanted and loved. Who knows? I can't tell you.
Okay, you have an opportunity. I'm about to drop this bomb.
You know what?
I love that this is even a book you can buy for others. I like that this is something they would allow you to do to another person.
Is it a weird erotica thing?
You fucking wish it was.
From that guy with the funny name with all the really weird book covers. Oh, I bet okay, you know what? I have a thought on what you're gonna send to me. You know what? Fucking do it, Ben. Fucking do it.
I wonder if we're sending each other the same book.
Ben. I dare you, Ben.
There's a chance we're sending each other the same book. Let's see if we do.
Oh, okay. All right. Send it over, Ben.
Oh, I sent it.
Okay. I'm furiously refreshing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, you know what? I kind of thought. I thought if I didn't have to look up his name, he's probably gonna send me this. So this is Dune, House Atreides, by fucking Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson.
You've never read any of their stuff, but you shit on them all the time, so I think it is only fair.
First of all, untrue. I read the comic book version of House Atreides, but not, like the whole volume, so...
No, you really got to get the written word. You got to appreciate the prose.
I was honestly planning on reading the final installment. What, Sandworms of Dune? Yeah, there you go. Because you read Hunters of Dune and hated it, so I was just going to skip over that and go right to Sandworms.
Well, you still may. It's not going to make any goddamn sense if you don't at least read up to Chapter House Dune.
Well, yeah, I was going to wait till Chapter House.
Yeah, you got to get at least that far.
Skim right over. All right, so I'm reading Dune, House Atreides, Prelude to Dune Book 1 by Brian Herbert, Kevin J. Anderson, and one more. Who is the one more? Stephen Ewell? I actually expected it was going to be Frank Herbert.
Frank Herbert has nothing to do with this.
I thought that they were going to put his name on there, but okay.
With characters inspired by Frank Herbert.
And then I thought, no shit, you were going to send this. This is not my pick, because I'm not that cruel. But this is what I thought you were going to send when you were like, are you really going to make me do that? I thought it was going to be this.
No. Never. Is this what you're going to send me, you son of a bitch?
No.
Okay.
No, that is not what I'm sending you here. I'm going to send you mine.
I forgot this existed. I forget that existed every time until I see the words Adrian Tarn. And then I'm like, no. I will not.
All right, I sent you mine.
Nate the Great has sent you a Kindle book.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That's right.
The message from my gift giver is, hope you enjoy the book, sucker. Halo, Cryptum, Book 1 of the Forerunner Saga by Greg Bear. Who?
It's the Dune of Halo, motherfucker!
Halo being the Dune of Xbox.
Oh, that's the one that I was told was so... It was Dune-like, and how dense it was, Ben!
So I've read Greg Bear before, and he is dry.
Yeah.
So
So it's a perfect fit for Dune-like Halo, am I right?
Well, you know what? Maybe if it is like Dune, I will enjoy it.
Yeah, this is the one with the character whose name was like a series of words strung together.
Oh.
Born stellar makes eternal lasting, motherfucker!
No. See, this is that dynamic y'all tell me how much you love, and it makes me not respect you anymore.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
another Christmas, another round of shooting each other in the feet.
Oh. Totally worth it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I gave you a good book as a gift.
Yeah, did you?
I did. Well, one of them is.
Yeah, that's right.
One of them. I don't know. Maybe you'll like Kevin and Brian. Maybe you'll like Kevin and Brian. Maybe they'll have a cinematic and exciting take on the otherwise dry and dull Dune.
Perfect. That's what we need out of Dune. Look, if this one doesn't have a plan to have tigers be eaten by children, the opposite of what I just said, children being eaten by tigers.
What if this one did have a plan where children ate tigers?
I
might buy it for myself. Yeah.
10 out of 10. If their plan is to feed tigers to children, 10 out of 10 book.
Hey, you know why there's no tigers on Dune? Children ate them all.
What, do you want me to look for a comic for you, Ben? Is that what you're wanting?
Oh, I don't care.
You're like, I gave you a good comic.
I was just trying to make you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, mission failure on that one, Ben.
Impossible. I'm not capable of self-reflection.
All right, let me see.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, the graphic novel, where this time the pants talk.
Okay, you know what, Ben? I'll give you a comic. I'm pretty sure this is a comic.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna place that order. Fuck yeah. So you gave me Spy X Family.
Pronounced Spy Family.
Spike's Family, and I gave you a comic of my own, Ben. Now we can squeeze 3 episodes out of this. I'll talk about Spy Family, and you can talk about this one on the same episode.
I'm refreshing.
Oh God. Oh, this is good, Ben. This was fun.
Oh, I didn't even accept the Halo book.
You should accept that.
I was like, oh yeah, it's the Halo book, and then I was like, oh, it's just not gonna be on my Kindle. I'm having all these technical issues. I don't think I'm gonna be able to cover this one. Oh, Greg Bear. How old was Greg Bear when they made him write this?
He looks pretty old, man. I don't know.
There is no way that dude knows what Halo is.
He learned on the job. It's about a guy named Born Stellar Star Lasting.
It's about a guy named Master Chief.
First name Master, last name Chief.
He drinks a lot of Code Red Mountain Dew.
I do have Code Red Mountain Dew, Ben.
Jesus Christ. I have the same cup of chamomile tea. Oh, did you send me something?
No, I redeemed it already. Hold on. Copy link with instructions. Perfect. I'm going to put it in Slack. There you go. Perfect. Merry Christmas, you jackass.
Yeah, let me see what it is. Oh, fuck you. What even made you think of this?
Because when I think comic book,
I got George and Harold's Epic Comics with an X Collection, Volume 1. Parentheses. Epic Tales of Captain Underpants TV. Parentheses. Laugh, spelled with 2 F's, along with Captain Underpants and Practical Pranksters, George and Harold, in this collection of original comics from the hit Netflix TV series. This isn't even based on the books. This is based on the Netflix
I don't even know what to expect with this
series.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, I really hope the Hill House guy did
now.
this adaptation too. I really hope Captain Underpants has to watch George and Harold eviscerated.
Oh god.
God, it's even got the fucking Scholastic Book Club logo on
obviously, all the other Captain Underpants books did, of which
I
apparently
have
there are
never
12.
Engaged with Captain Underpants in my life.
Well, why not, Ben?
It's an egg-shaped child who is nude.
If it helps, Ben, he is not a child. He is a hypnotized school principal, okay?
Oh, God.
That's the deep Underpants lore. Oh, God. I think I read the first 3 books, Ben, if you can call that reading. And I can. Possibly even 4. I don't know. Did you know there are 12?
I know there are 20 comics in this collection that comprise the first 2 seasons of the TV show. And each epic adventure features a brand new villain from the hit Netflix TV show. The publisher listed as Scholastic Inc. Media Tie-In Edition. It's merchandise.
Got him. Perfect. I'm glad this worked out really well for everyone involved. That's 3 episodes right there. This is going to be awesome.
Age level 7 to 10.
See, it'll be an easy read, Ben.
Grade level 2 to 5. 5? God. You know, I gotta tell you something. This has been a year of reflection for me in podcasting. I did my first proper guest appearance on another podcast. I was on Nuzzle House's parody of a Christmas Carol, in which it was not about a man who was greedy for money, but a woman who was greedy for pot pies. And
perfect.
I entered the chat to do that, and we're all on camera, right? Me and all these other podcasters who I've talked to on Twitter, and I'm interested in getting to know. And first thing, right off the bat, they're like, "Wow, I thought you were like 50 years old." And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Wow, I really thought your voice. I thought you'd be like older. I thought you'd be like 50." And I was like, "No, I'm 34." And then I said something.
Hard facts.
Yeah, it's rough. I said something about that. At least I don't look 50. I guess that I got that going for me. Like, as soon as I was on camera, they were like, "Oh, you're young and spry." They didn't say that, but I took that from their tone. They were like, "Oh, yeah, Ben, you beautiful man. I never thought you would. Somebody with a voice so seasoned and smoky and aged as yours would perhaps ever be contained in this K-pop star-esque body that you are presenting to me."
This K-pop star.
You're so lithe and smooth.
And limber.
Yeah. I'm none of those things. But
I want to see you pull your leg up behind your neck, you sexy chiseled god.
I can do that. I actually could do that.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Please do. Please
where I'm
send
going
me
with
a
this
picture.
story. So where I'm going with this story is like, so then I mentioned that again in some conversation on Twitter, and Unsighted replied that, well, they never would have gone that high on my age. They did sense a certain world weariness in my voice of somebody who had seen too much.
Seen too much. Experienced too much.
Yeah.
Words
And
about books is a tough job that ages you really fast. But
I was going to say,
someone's got to do it.
Why don't you do a podcast with this squawking narcissist? And you let me know. You let me know if you don't get some of this grizzle in your voice.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I turn men into older men, motherfucker.
You do.
Oh my
man.
god. You're welcome, everyone. This is that dynamic you love so much. You're welcome.
How many years have we been doing this now? 3?
This is 3 years, Ben.
This caps off the 3rd year of Words About Books.
Yeah. We actually started reading the latter half of 2019, but we didn't start recording, editing, and publishing until 2020. Great year for all, I'm sure.
We started we released the first episode in January 2020, but we had been prepping for it, which is sad considering the quality. Can you imagine if we had like a 6-month lead up on an episode now, like how amazing that episode would be, how well researched and like perfectly edited. And now it's like I literally edit these episodes like 6 hours before they're supposed to go up.
It was funny too because the Poppy War, 3 of those episodes we threw out and re-recorded.
We threw out the first one too, but we kept it online. We did that remaster.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. No, the entire first season's garbage. There's high points, like there's tolerable episodes, but I encourage no one to go back and listen to those. I guess I kind of did with Claimed. The marked ones aren't very long. I don't know. Oh god. Yeah, it is fun to see how far you come though. I think we've gotten.
It was hard to listen to some of the older episodes after we come so far. We got some big chat energy now, Ben.
I think we're
hitting our stride.
We're definitely more more relaxed on the mic. We're
right.
Better editors. Still have some like room for improvement, obviously.
I don't know about that. I think we're perfect the way we are, and it's society that's the problem.
Society. If this podcast made a little bit more money, I would definitely like. I got a wish list of audio equipment specifically for you.
Hey, if everyone wants to hear Nate in better audio quality, we've got a Patreon. So, support the show. We'll give you some benefits, like having to listen to more of us. It'll be great.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, Ben, yeah. Is there anything you want to talk about for year 3?
Like looking forward?
Looking backward, but yeah, looking forward. We can do year 4. I don't give a shit. I put year in review and looking forward, Ben.
Okay. I don't know if anybody else did, but I enjoyed doing The Raven.
Yeah, that was fun. I edited that in an afternoon.
Yeah, no, I mean that was the
I was like, oh shit, that needs to go out tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
I kind of want to do a little more of that. Like, I don't want to take away anything from the podcast we're doing now. I'm pretty happy with our weekly podcast. But I have enjoyed reading stuff. I want to do a little bit more creative stuff. We want to get your fabled erotica finished recording that.
Yeah.
I want to do like more dramatic stuff. I actually really liked reading for Nuzzlehouse. I didn't read very long. I had like a handful of lines, but I'd like to do some more of that stuff. I want to do some more like poems where we channel that dynamic into
dynamic
places where it doesn't belong. I think that's really good. Yeah, I'd like to do a little bit more of that. We started experimenting more with like sound effects and music and stuff this year. And I think sometimes we have overdone it, maybe over-engineered a little. But for the most part, I think we're finding a rhythm. And I think we could do a little bit more of that. I'd like to do more original writing. I'd like to do more original recordings. I don't want to do like full-blown audio dramas necessarily. I'll leave that to more talented people. but
We've got this, Ben.
I'll happily lend my world-weary voice to any audio drama. I don't know if you've had a chance to listen to the Nuzzlehouse one yet, but I played a guy who's abusive towards his roommate for buying body pillows instead of paying the rent.
I feel like I'm in your corner here.
Yeah. And
I would also abuse that guy.
Well, I didn't tell Nuzzlehouse this, but I was like, I was channeling a situation. Like, it wasn't rent, but like I did know a guy who did that stuff. I have an anime podcast. I know people like this. And he did owe me money.
Oh my god.
And he did show me, like, I don't think it was a body pillow, but I think it was one of those like mouse pads that instead of having a hand rest has like bosoms.
Oh my god. I know who you're talking about.
I know you know who I'm talking about. Because he would then try to say that it was like, oh no, it actually makes it a better hand rest. This is actually more comfortable than a regular hand rest. It's ergonomic, Ben. It's not a waste of money. It's not an embarrassing artifact to have in my room.
It's
of course it's
you
embarrassing.
Should feel ashamed.
Obviously it's embarrassing.
You should feel bad. Okay.
If someone walked into my room and saw that, I would die. And he's sitting there explaining the ergonomics to me like he don't owe me money. It's kind of off topic of words about books, but this is more about Nuzzlehouse at this point. But that was like, and it was funny because then we get off the call, like I do my lines, right? And up until this point in the recording, everybody's like, oh, that's so funny. Oh, you guys are so great. Like every time somebody would read. And they were like, everybody on that call was like really, really funny. Derek from Ratchet Book Club is like hilarious. The stuff that guy comes up with off the top of his head it blows me away that he could just do that. But then I read my lines and everybody's like, that was a little creepier than I thought it would be.
You're welcome, I think is what you're trying to say. Thank you, right?
Like everybody was really good about it. They told me it was good. It was like what they were looking for and everything. But for a second there, I was like, oh boy, maybe I was a little too deep in the memories there. Yeah, I enjoy that stuff. I had a good time.
Yeah, that guy asked me to be his roommate at one point.
No, you dodged a bullet there.
I would never.
I was going to say, and by dodged a bullet, I mean you were already miles away.
Oh my god.
He has to everybody to be his roommate. Literally everybody we came across, he has to be his roommate.
Well, yeah, he wasn't going to pay me in money. He was going to pay me in cooked food that I would pay for. What a treat. And apparently he was going to get me a really great ergonomic mouse pad with tits on it. Thanks. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like, just because in case you never wanted to have like your family over,
right?
Or you never wanted to date a woman again, just embrace
He did happen to find a woman who was like him.
Fell for the ergonomic thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Still had that goddamn mouse pad the whole time he was dating her.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it was probably at their wedding. I remember going into a nursing home room and one of the residents there had one of those novelty dick-shaped straws.
Oh my god.
The end of it is just a realistic-looking dick.
When you're old, you can get away with that.
Oh, for sure. I thought it was funny as hell.
Yeah. No, I mean, okay, it's cute on an old person because, like, their ability to do harm is relatively limited based on their, like, incapacitated nature.
And also, they don't have to impress the opposite sex anymore.
I don't know. I heard old people, like,
oh, they do.
Fuck.
Oh, they do. Oh, they do. I don't think that a dick straw or
but the point is, they don't have to impress each other.
Exactly.
The point is, they're just there.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a deal breaker.
Options are limited. There's only 3 guys on this floor who could even survive the process. Oh, so what are your thoughts looking forward? Do you have any ideas for things you want to do more of on the podcast?
Oh my god. I'm gonna do even more awful books, Ben.
Well, okay.
We're both gonna be subjected to it. But I will say that this last year I looked through and a lot of my picks were sci-fi, fantasy, a lot of those, right? Mm-hmm. That's like our biggest area, sci-fi.
That's probably what we like to read fantasy in our free time.
So what I'm going to try to do next year is I am only going to pick one of each of those. I'll try anyway. I'm going to try to make next year, to make my book picks, of which this year I got 7 because I beat you in a bet. But next year we're going back to, I guess we're doing 5 apiece and then 2 joint picks, whatever. Point is, this next year I'm going to try and get more of a variety of picks for the podcast.
Okay. I think that's an admirable goal.
Yeah, call me Admirable Akbar.
I won't do that. How would you feel? This is kind of an on-air, I'll put you on the spot question.
All right.
What do you think about opening up the podcast to guest episodes?
Oh my god. I would say that we already did that, and we've had a few guest episodes already, Ben. So.
Yeah, but like, those were just people we knew.
Oh my god, are people we don't know gonna just drop in?
There are other book podcasters we could invite.
I don't think there are. I think it's just us, Ben.
It's just us.
I think we're the only ones that do this. I think we're the only ones who had the idea for a book-related podcast.
And we're the first, certainly.
Yeah. First and last.
The alpha and omega. I don't know. The only thing is, like, there's a lot of podcasts we're friendly with.
Name 2.
Nuzzlehouse and Unsighted.
Ah, shit.
Let me think. Who else would I include in that? Elton reads a book a week. Pretty cool guy.
Does he read a book a week?
No.
Oh my god. We got him. We finally got him. I'm calling the FTC. We're getting him pulled off the air for false advertising.
Maybe he used to, but no. Let's see. Who else is there? Sense of Shelf. Pretty friendly with them. I got a whole list of people I'd be willing to talk to. The only challenge I've had with those in the past is, like, I have to plan that ahead of time.
Right.
And I'm not good at that.
So we could invite them, right? But we only have so many episodes that we could do in a year. So, like, maybe they gotta, like, do a scavenger hunt or, like, a race or something to get on our podcast, right? Like, I want to see Unsighted and Nuzzlehouse in, like, a test of strength. They got arm wrestle, and like the winner gets to come on the podcast.
So I would say what Glenn arm wrestles Chantel and Gertie wrestles Amy.
Yeah, and if one side wins from each, there's a tiebreaker between the two winners.
I don't think they'd agree. I don't think they'd agree to this. They also live nowhere near each other.
I would be willing to buy them plane tickets.
Okay. How drunk are you right now?
I'm 4 in, so.
Oh my god.
Okay, if anyone's still listening to this, first of all, I think that's the
first test. That's the first test.
Yeah, there you go. If
they're still listening,
to this, you pass the first test.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second, if you're interested in doing this, reach out. We could do some sort of like, we'll go on yours, you go on ours, or something. I don't know.
It doesn't just have to be the ones I mentioned either. If I'm probably forgetting people. I'm just off the cuff right now. So yeah.
James, if you want to come back, fuck it. Why not? Right?
Yeah, dude. We can release episodes all day, every day. Yeah.
Speaking of Ben, we released 62 episodes this year. That's not counting previews and stuff. That is counting bonus episodes, but yeah.
62 in 52 weeks. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're productive.
Yeah.
We got this
Take
figured
that,
out.
Mom.
No, I'll be real with you. Part of the reason I was thinking about this is because there are genuinely a lot of cool people I have talked to. And, it's making it sound like we're best friends. Just exchanging Twitter messages and stuff.
We could be best friends, though.
We could be best friends.
DM Nate if you want to be best friends with Nate. And we could set up a sort of play date or something. I don't know what best friends do.
Have a chaperone. There you go. Don't DM Nate. Only talk to Nate in group chats. Trust me.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to end up doing a podcast with me.
Big facts. And then your voice will sound like this. Maybe this new year, we're gonna get more creative. We're gonna try more things we haven't tried before.
Oh my god!
And Words About Books is going networking. I guess you could wear that weird mask you wear.
I was gonna say, don't worry, I have a mask.
He has a mask. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen his face. I know what he looks like, but he does have a mask.
Goddamn right. And a smoker's jacket.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
I still have those recordings.
Good. You should.
It didn't sound good. It's not like that.
It sounds exactly as good as it needed to be, Ben. You know what I mean. You want to hear a story about a white elephant?
Maybe. Oh, the Christmas thing. Not an elephant that is inflicted with albinism. Then yes.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I told you about our shitty white elephant last. Oh no. Yeah, I did. No, it's not a shitty white elephant. It's a shitty Secret Santa, Ben.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, Secret Santa is you know who you're getting a gift for, and you're getting it in advance for a specific person. White elephant, you're just bringing shit, and then like people get a random gift.
Yeah, I don't participate in these things.
Good call. We had a white elephant, and my ex's shitty friends gave shitty gifts. I talked about that last year, though, Ben.
You did.
Let me tell you about a shitty Secret Santa. Because this was a few years ago. My wife and I were involved, and so was James, a friend of the show. I hope he's still listening. And we were like, all right, $20 like minimum / limit, like $15, $20, whatever. And most people actually were like, yeah, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go above and beyond. So I ended up getting, this was around when Smash Brothers came out on the Switch. That dates this a little bit. Got my friend a GameCube controller for the Switch. That was like 40, $50, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
My friend got another one, like a Wacom tablet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those can get quite expensive.
Yeah. And my wife, her gift was delayed. And so I don't have to keep referring to her Secret Santa as her Secret Santa. I'm going to give him a name. We'll call him Mike. So Mike sucks, apparently. Just the
Your
fucking
wife
worst
has
gift
the
giver.
worst luck.
Yeah.
With like
does.
social situations.
She really does. So motherfucker Mike over here was the one who drew her Secret Santa. And he was talking to me like, "Hey, get me a picture of your cats. I'm gonna like draw a picture of your cats for like a gift for socks or something. Like they're gonna do some cool stuff." I was like, "All right, that's a cool gift." Like,
is it?
It's a cool gift for her. She likes her cats, or at least one.
Does
of
she
them.
like socks?
Yes, she likes cute socks.
Okay,
so this is a good gift for her. It's like, all right, yeah, this totally good gift for her. I got him pictures of her cats, and it's gonna be great. And yeah, she's texting me, "Stop talking about my misfortune. I am mistreated." So he's supposed to make a picture, give it to our friend who can make. He has like printing stuff. He can print on socks, right?
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't be super expensive for him to do this, but also there's a shitload of websites that can do this, right?
There's a lot of logistics going into this.
Either way, it's like he could get this done. He could draw the thing, get it in, no problem. But instead, he shows up late, by the way. This is after Christmas by this point. Everyone else already has their gift except for my wife. He shows up, and he hands her a bag. She opens the bag, and inside is a Scentsy. You know what a Scentsy is, Ben? It's a fucking jar.
It's a candle?
Basically, yes. You put scented wax at the top, and you heat it up with a light bulb, and it makes a smell.
Yeah.
Not only did he give her this, but the Scentsy was used, Ben.
Oh my god.
This motherfucker got my wife a used Scentsy, probably as he was leaving his apartment or house, I don't remember which at the time, to come over to our place.
Probably as he was leaving somebody else's house. He probably just stole it.
You know what? I hope. Jesus Christ. He clearly he did this at the last possible second.
It's not even the last possible second. It's well after the last possible second.
That's true.
He just one day decided to do this. It's not like he was even rushed.
Yeah. Yeah. So everyone else has cool gifts that actually went above and beyond. And my wife gets shafted by motherfucker Mike. Okay. Merry Christmas, everyone. That's my story for the year.
I don't do these things. Like, our office always wants to have Secret Santa stuff. And they asked me like 3 times, "Do you want to be in the Secret Santa?" And I was like, I really don't like those things. We work remote.
We just had ours. It would turn into a white elephant, and I got a cool little puzzle set.
If I was working in my old office, I could do a Secret Santa. Like, I'd been there for 5 years. I knew everybody. I knew what they were into. Like, I could do it.
That's why a white elephant makes more sense in that case. You just bring whatever.
Yeah. So I think they didn't want to do that. They wanted to do a Secret Santa. And somebody texts me, and I got to make up names now too. Hang on. So we'll say, let's say Umesh. Okay. So somebody messages me, and they're like, "Hey Ben, you work with Umesh, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." And we do work pretty closely together. Like, we talk a lot. And I would consider, like, I'd say we're friendly, but again, we work remote. He lives in another state. I have not met him in person. I don't know what he does outside of work too much.
He records a podcast with his friend who lives in another state.
There's one person I know at this job who knows I do a podcast, and they are forbidden to ever speak of that publicly. You know, Isekai Sensei Sama Brad, he has no shame. Brad will tell anybody he does a podcast. I am deeply ashamed of this podcast. No one knows. No one knows I do this. So, somebody messages me and they're like, Ben, you work with Umesh, right? What is he like? What is he into? And I was like, I have no idea. This same person was trying to organize this Secret Santa, and they asked me so many times, and I was like, I really don't want to. I don't mean to sound like a grump or a Scrooge or anything. I'll give money to charity, whatever you want me to do. I don't care. But don't make me pick gifts for people I don't know. That is the worst. That is the worst. And that's what they're doing, and I am 99% sure they are getting him the Have a Good Summer of Gifts, the candle warmer.
Don't do it.
Don't
do it. It's a trap.
That's the gift you get when you don't.
Shitty gift.
When you don't know somebody, you just got to go to like the basics. What do people like? They like food.
You get them a fucking gift card at that point.
You could do a gift card. That's not, but that's a cop out.
I feel like that's cheating. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cop out. That's just trading money.
That's
like we all make about the same amount of money.
If you don't know them, you have to do a white elephant. That's what you do. That way you can get them a calendar of dog shitting or whatever, right?
You just don't exchange. Okay. My attitude towards gifts. Let me tell you something, you Christmas people. Okay.
Christmas people. There's so much disgust in what you're saying.
I love Halloween. I will even give you a Walpurgisnacht celebration if you wish.
Oh,
but
what?
Walpurgisnacht. It's April 30th. It's the solstice or the equinox. I forget
Okay, I was
which.
like, I don't think it's the solstice, Ben. That would be in the summer or the winter.
Yeah, no, I got you. It's the equinox, okay? So we could do Walpurgisnacht. We can dance around the fire in the forest, sky-clad if you wish. Just me and you, Nate.
That's March 20th this year, though.
What?
Year. And the equinox is March 20th last year, too. What the fuck are you talking about? How do you spell this? Well, Gis Nox.
Knocked.
All right, I got showing results for. Are you sure you didn't mean Walpurgis Xbox? I don't actually know if that's.
Jesus Christ. Okay, here we're gonna talk about Walpurgisnacht. That's where.
Okay, hey, here it is. Walpurgisnacht, Sunday, April 30th.
Right.
Let's see. It's an abbreviation of Saint Walpurgis Night, also known as Saint Walpurga's Eve. It's the eve of the Christian feast day of Saint Walpurga, Walpurga, an 8th century abbess in Francia. And is celebrated. Does this have anything to do with the fucking equinox, Ben?
I think it's a spring festival, so it used to.
Okay. All right.
I think it's been standardized. It's like your Easter, your whatever. You know, we could do a Walpurgisnacht, okay? I don't like Christmas.
Okay, but I'm going to get you more Captain Underpants.
Fuck your fucking... I will throw it on the Walpurgisnacht bonfire, sir.
Is that what they do?
Yes, that's what they do.
Fucking bonfire, okay.
Yeah, no, these are awesome holidays that I celebrate. You celebrate the nerd holidays. No. So, Christmas, right? My family... Soon as all the kids were old enough now, I have a sister who's younger than me. Everybody knows that. I've told that story a million times. As soon as she was old enough to not believe in Santa, my family just hung it all up. We were done. Like, we still get each other gifts.
I could just imagine your sister's like, I don't think Santa is real. And your mom just stands up and says, done! And just leaves the room. And
it's actually worse than that.
Oh my god, what happened? I need to know now.
Okay, so my sister was probably like 10 years old, getting a little too old to believe in Santa, you know? And my mom was just like, my sister opened all her presents, she's having fun with them. She's like, look, I gotta tell you something. There's no Santa. I wrapped these, and I'm not getting up to wrap them in the middle of the night again. And she's like, what? Is this real? She's like, yep, your brother's helped me. And I was like, don't put this on me.
Yo, come on. Don't out me as the accomplice.
She's like, is that true? And I was
Fucking
like, yeah,
narc.
it is true. Yeah. Well, because the shit thing is I got to wrap mine, too. Because we all got to pretend we got stuff from Santa, right?
Why do you wrap your own?
Because we all have to pretend they're from Santa. Because if we don't all get gifts, then she's going to ask why we didn't get gifts from Santa.
But you know what you got then. You should wrap someone else's gift.
No,
Ben.
I don't give
You and
a
your
fuck.
brother should
I know what I got because I asked for it.
You don't know if you're going to get it because you don't know if you were naughty or nice, Ben.
I don't want you to get me things because then I get fucking Captain Underpants. I will tell you what I need.
You need more Captain Underpants.
And this is the problem with Christmas. This is the problem with Christmas. Because it just reveals, you know what, throughout the year, like we get each other gifts and everything. By the time Christmas has rolled around, everyone I know has already used their Christmas gift from me on something they wanted. And I'm like, hey, I can do this for you. Is that your Christmas gift? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, check. And that's how I go through the entire year. Soon as like July rolls around, I start looking. I'm like, you want that for your Christmas gift? Check. Yeah, you remember that, right? Christmas gift. Check. And then you know what we do for Christmas dinner? You know what we do?
Nothing. You
Tacos.
fucking eat gruel and then you go outside in the cold, you fucking pleb.
Tacos with red and green peppers.
Not even
There you go.
Chinese food. I'm disappointed.
But yeah, so no, I don't like. I don't have a tree. I don't have lights.
I have a tree, and you know what, Ben? I haven't taken it down in 2 years.
I have a Walpurgis knock tree, and I burn it. Dear Walpurgis knocked. I'll celebrate Yule with a log that I burn.
Oh, I would celebrate with a log that I eat. It's called a Yule log.
That doesn't sound right.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
Isn't that like one of those fruitcake things?
No. Yule log food.
I'm sure there's a food.
It's a cake, okay? It looks like a giant, fuck, which one's a ho-ho? Is that the cupcake? Because that's not what it is.
No. The ho-ho is like the Swiss
roll-up.
cake roll.
Yeah, there you go. It's a giant roll-up that is designed to look like a log.
Wait, is that one of the ones like French people put a baby in?
No, that is the one for Mardi Gras with the baby Jesus.
Is that the king cake? Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what that
okay.
is.
Okay.
No, a Yule log looks like a giant ho-ho. Here, I'm
Okay,
gonna
that
send
has
you a picture.
potential. This could be a tradition. I'm warming up to it.
There you go. It looks like
that could be a tradition.
yeah,
that
my
could be a
parents get
tradition.
one or possibly two every year. They're fucking delicious.
Yeah, no, we could do that. Okay, you've sold me on the Yule log.
Hell yeah.
You haven't sold me on white elephants.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not going to. I already know that. That's not even a battle I'm going to take up, Ben.
You also haven't sold me on this book exchange.
Well,
I got you
we already did it.
two excellent books. And
Two. Get the fuck
you
out
got
of
me.
here.
You disrespected me. Let's be quite frank. You disrespected me.
I got the Dune of Halo, Ben. I got Dune level sci-fi set in the Halo universe, okay? That's someone's wet dream, okay?
I thought you were going to say the Dune of comics and make some reference to Captain Underpants being the Baron.
There you go, Ben.
I had already put Halo out of my mind. I have already forgotten. He was Fat Don't Crack.
Fat don't crack.
You could, I have only had chamomile tea. I'm riding your energy here.
Oh my god. Oh, that's some good shit, Ben. You know what I'm thinking, Ben?
What are you thinking?
Do you want to do a fucking bonus episode on Dead Moon?
To go along with our motto. Does anybody remember The Fold?
We can do a bonus episode on The Fold again.
A fold, a retrospective. Peter Klein's retrospective.
I haven't talked about Peter Klein since season 1, Ben.
Yeah, no, because you really drained that well.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm Nate.
That is what you do. You drain.
December 26th, 2020. Paradox Bound by Peter Kleins. Alright, everyone, that is a wrap for Season 3. We hope you enjoyed listening to Words About Books this last year as much as we enjoyed forcing you to listen to us. We promise we will release at least one of our hostages at random. You don't get to pick which one of your loved ones that you're going to be seeing again this year, but hey, you listen through to Season 4, we'll release another one. Yeah, we're very giving people. And hey, you can be giving as well. Not a requirement, but maybe you go over to our Patreon. We are adding more stuff to it. The $2 tier has both monthly votes on what we talk about, and Ben is throwing extra show content, as well as my most recently published work, It's an Erotica, No, I'm Not Sorry. And of course, I have to give a special shout out to Brad, aka Isekai Sama Sensei, and Jamie from If You Want the Gravy fame, as they are our $10 tier subscribers. Anyone else want to get a shout out? There you go. And with that, we will see you again after a while. And here is the long-awaited and promised final part to House of Leaves. Part 5 of House of Leaves. Here it is.